We can't talk about Manchester United's game against Chelsea without talking about our previous game against Spurs. A game where we had 28 shots on goal. The most out of every game we've had since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. An impressive performance. But during that game, all I could think about was lack of efficiency, lack of effectiveness in front of goal. And that's exactly what happened against Chelsea, because throughout the game against Chelsea, we were completely, it was incisive and we were able to create chances. But the only thing missing was that we could not put those chances away, especially these two chances, for example, the one that Rashford had and the one that Antony had. First of all, both of these chances came from what is quickly becoming our signature move under Erik Ten Hag, which is the sucker punch. Our ability to counter press, to press really high, gain the ball, and then attack in swift, incisive passing until we create chances. For example, with Rashford, pressing like a wolf pack, counter-pressing, ball goes to Bruno Fernandes, and then Rashford shoots at goal. And then with the Antony chance, Lisandro Martinez showing great bravery and commitment with that diving header in order to win the ball for us, so that Bruno Fernandes could set Antony on his way. Both Antony and Rashford should have scored. Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes, Luke Shaw also had their chances. Sancho was abysmal. But I think that out of all of those chances that we have created, we should have at least scored 1 or 2 goals, and the game would have been different. Now, Graham Potter is a very tactical coach. He saw that his 3-4-3 shape was not working. Jorginho and Ruben Loftus-Cheek in midfield were overrun by Casemiro, Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes. So he substituted Cucurella for Kovacic, one of his most industrious midfielders, switched to a 4-3-3. That means that he beefed up the center of the park. And with Kovacic's introduction, Chelsea were able to wrestle back some of the control in midfield. A decision to which Erik Ten Hag responded by including Fred, replacing Jadon Sancho. Again, he was non-existent this game, very sloppy in possession. After this, of course, Varane had and sustained that injury. Now I'm sad, first of all, because of him, because I think that he's a consummate professional, one of our best players, and now it looks likely that he's going to miss the World Cup with France. I mean, he was devastated, inconsolable. But I also feel bad for us because his partnership with Lisandro Martinez was at the heart of our success under Erik Ten Hag. And now we'll have to see how Lindelof or potentially Maguire, once he recovers from his injury, are going to fit in alongside Lisandro Martinez. But yes, I think that Rafael Varane is going to be missed at Manchester United. Now, after Varane's injury and the introduction of Fred, the game became a cagey affair. Both teams were playing very narrow. Both of them were very sloppy in possession. The quality of the game, the quality of play and of football just decreased. No team was creating enough chances. And so I thought that the only thing that would save us from a snooze fest, a 0-0, would be lapses in concentration or focus on individual mistakes, which Scott McTominay, of course, provided by rugby tackling Broja in the penalty box. You don't do that. You simply don't do that. And Scott McTominay knows it himself because via his body language, you can see that he feels devastated, that he let his teammates and the supporters down. But the lads rallied and they responded. Beautiful cross from Luke Shaw and beautiful header from Casemiro. And what a celebration by the Brazilian. I really love him. I think that we've got in Casemiro, we got an amazing player. What an amazing transfer, what an amazing addition to the Manchester United squad he is. Now, how do I personally feel about this game? Well, if you had asked me back in August, right after the Brighton game, out of our 12 points, the 12 points that we can get out of our games against Arsenal, Liverpool, Spurs, and Chelsea, how many points would satisfy you? I would say probably 7. If we get 7, 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat against our top 6 or top 4 rivals, then I would be satisfied. But now under Erik Ten Hag, we got 10 points out of 12. And I feel kind of frustrated because the truth is, if we substitute Chelsea's logo by that of Southampton or Wolves, and we performed the way we did, we would be disappointed. But I think that we deserved everything out of our game against Chelsea. Having said that, I'm also very satisfied with the way the team has responded right after the game against Brentford, after the game against Manchester City, and then here at Chelsea, conceding a late goal in the 83rd minute, and then responding the way they did. One of the main criticisms that this Manchester United team is facing is the lack of mental strength. And I think that in these 3 recoveries, if you may, in these 3 reactions that the team has shown, they're showing that they are actually building a very strong mentality, a winning mentality, and resilience. And I think that we do have some of the most talented players in the league. The moment they become more confident, more resilient, they start developing that swagger that Anthony has, for example, then we're going to see some special things from this team. So anyway, the process is going. Erik Ten Hag is doing an amazing job. And I'm excited to see where the team is going. However, we have to also take in consideration the injuries that we are facing now. With Varane, the Cristiano Ronaldo situation, and Anthony Martial's injury means that we may have to look into the January transfer window. There is not much value there, neither in terms of quality of players available or in transfer fees. But maybe we could look for some short-term options in order to beef up our attack, because without Martial and without Ronaldo, we are very thin up front. So anyway, guys, let me know, what do you think about Manchester United's performance against Chelsea? Are you satisfied with the results? And cheers.